Hello, you are listening to the Child Care Director's Chair podcast. Your host, Erica Sakosio, invites you to join her community of passionate and inspiring leaders in the ECE field, where she discusses, reflects, and shares the best ways to invest in our children, families, teachers, and community. Because after all, we know they are the heartbeat of any successful program.
Welcome to the Child Care Director's Chair, where we talk real leadership for real leaders and early childhood education. And today we're talking about something powerful, your feelings. And they are not a weakness, they are your superpower. Emotions aren't here to derail you, they're here to inform you. And in today's episode, you'll learn how to use emotional intelligence to navigate challenges, build stronger connections, and lead with empathy. Not just with your team, but with yourself. And today, I'm going to give myself a little empathy. As you can tell, my voice is a little hoarse. I've been a little under the weather lately, so I do apologize in advance. But you know what? You show up for me every day, so I'm going to show up for you. So here we are. Let's break it down on how to recognize and respond to emotions, yours and others, effectively. You want to use empathy to resolve conflicts with confidence. Create inclusive, emotional, safe classroom environments, and prioritize self-care so you can show up as your best self every day. You know, if you've ever felt overwhelmed or unsure on how to lead through those tough moments, this episode is your permission to stop seeing emotions as a problem and start using it as a powerful tool. Now, the first thing that is so important is understanding and responding to others' emotions effectively. You see, emotions are information. They're signals. They're not threats. They help us understand what's working and what's not in relationships, in environments, and routines. For example, a teacher who appears withdrawn may be feeling overwhelmed, not disengaged. Use that emotional cue as an entry point for support. And you have to understand how to read cues. So pay attention to tone, to posture, facial expressions, and energy levels. And learn from the baseline behaviors of your team so that you can spot when something's off. You know, children often show emotions behaviorally. They'll have a meltdown. They'll, withdraw. They might be hyperactive. They're all forms of communication and active listening. Stop multitasking during emotional conversations. Eye contact and silence are powerful. And use reflective listening. Like an example is, what I'm hearing is blank. Or it sounds like you're feeling blank. Help name, what they're feeling, and then make sure that you're on point. Because somebody might say, no, I'm not sad, I'm angry. Because, my partner didn't do the cleaning job last night, and when I had to come in this morning, I had to do everything myself. So avoid jumping into advice mode because it's so hard. But we do it, right? We want to fix everything. But sometimes people don't want you to fix anything. They just need to be heard. They just want to know that somebody is listening. So, let's talk about responding versus reacting. Reactions are impulsive and often emotionally charged, where responses are intentional and centered. So practice a pause. Breathe before replying to a challenge or comments or emotional behavior. Here's a tip. Even a 5-second breath can shift your response from defensive to compassionate. 5 seconds. That's all it takes for you to readjust. It also helps co-regulate because your calm is contagious. When you regulate your emotions first, it helps others regulate theirs. For kids, you want to use soft tones, close proximity, and validate it's okay to feel upset. And for our staff, just offer empathy and presence. You don't always have to have a solution. And you want to get really good at using emotional intelligence to resolve conflicts. You want to understand emotional triggers because triggers often stem from unmet needs, past experiences, or a mismatch of expectations. So ask yourself, what else could be going on for this person? Know your own triggers too, because leadership requires self-awareness. You can also use emotional intelligence for conflict de-escalation. Using reflective language like, I hear that this situation has been really frustrating for you. And avoid blaming. Instead of, why don't you blank? Try to help me understand what happened. And never argue in the heat, in the heat of the moment. Schedule a calm follow-up if emotions are too high. Now, empathy in action, just get curious, not judgmental. Use empathy to diffuse defensiveness. Like, I imagine that was really tough for you, and let people feel their feelings without rushing to fix it. Follow up after emotional moments, especially if things got heated. And I can tell you, I've seen this in the past, where two teachers might have an argument, or they're not speaking to each other, and then a day or two later, they'll come back and they'll apologize to each other and talk more calmly about how they felt. And that's something you want to normalize. Emotional ups and downs happen. Leaders aren't perfect. They're real. They're real people with real feelings. My feelings get hurt, but I don't go on a tangent about it. And you want to model conflict resolution for your children. Children and staff learn how to handle emotions by watching you. So narrate your emotional process when it's appropriate. Like, boy, I was really feeling frustrated, so I took a minute to breathe before responding. And show that emotions are manageable, not something to fear. And you want to build a supportive and inclusive classroom environment. Have places that are emotionally safe. Like, in your classroom, a place where children feel safe to express all their emotions, their joy, their anger, their sadness, their excitement. You can display feeling charts, use emotion cards, and role play emotional scenarios. And for your staff, open door policy, confidential check-ins, and psychological safety are key. And you could do this with creating a culture of belonging, acknowledging cultural, racial, and neurodiverse experiences of emotion, and validate all emotional expressions without shaming or minimizing. And celebrate what makes each child and teacher unique through inclusive materials and practices. Now, for teacher emotional regulation, you really have to support your staff with tools for stress management, deep breathing, mindfulness, planning breaks, creating moments in the day for staff to reset emotionally. Quiet spaces, emotional check-ins, a quick walk. A dysregulated teacher can unintentionally transfer that stress to the children or the rest of the team. One of the things I'm doing right now at my center is one of our office spaces is pretty small, and one of the desks in there is pretty large. And so we're rearranging some of the furniture, bringing a table where teachers can sit together and talk and chat and eat lunch. We really thought about, is there a safe, quiet space for the staff? And at one of our centers, it really didn't function quite that way. So we're right in the middle of creating that right now. Teaching emotional intelligence to kids, like labeling feelings out loud. Like, it looks like you're feeling disappointed. You can use books, songs, group discussions to explore emotions. And teach problem solving with empathy. Like, who do you think your friend, or how do you think your friend felt when you did XYZ? And staff inclusion and morale. Include staff in the decision making to help them feel valued, recognize emotional labor, and thank staff for the unseen work that they do daily. Now, for yourself, let's talk about you. You have to know your limits. Burnout is real, and emotional exhaustion is the first sign. So watch out if you're irritable, if you're disconnected, or a loss of motivation. These are all signs that you're on emotional overload. Normalize by asking for help because leaders need support too. Do a daily emotional check in with yourself. Start your day with a self check like, how am I feeling right now? And although I sound terrible, I actually feel great. I'm losing my voice clearly, but I feel fine. So, you have to check in and say, okay, what can I do today? What can I do today? Don't put pressure on yourself. At the end of the day, you want to maybe do a reflection. What went well? What do I need to release? Use a journal. Do gratitude. Even short voices, short voice notes as part of your daily routine. And set your boundaries. It's okay to say no to things that drain your emotional energy or cross your limits. And protect your prep time at all costs. Your break time, your personal time, treat it like gold. Set those expectations with your staff and your families in advance so you avoid boundary violations. As we wrap up, there's a few things I want you to consider. Where are you getting your professional support system? Either join a leadership network, mentorship group, mastermind circles. You can consider coaching or therapy as professional development, not a last resort. I think that happens a lot. People wait till they're at their wits' end to ask for help. So stop doing that. Build relationships where you can be honest and vulnerable as a leader. And gosh, be compassionate with yourself. If you need to, practice affirmations. Like, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And forgive yourself for mistakes because you're human and leadership is messy. Celebrate your growth, even if it's slow. Emotional mastery is a journey. So if this episode spoke to your heart and reminded you that you don't have to play alone, you don't have to lead alone, you belong with us. So join us in our private Facebook group, the Child Care Directors Share Leadership Group. It's a space where passionate directors share, grow, and support. Welcome back to the Child Care Directors Chair podcast. I am a little under the weather today. I'm so sorry for my hoarse voice, but you show up for me every day. And so I'm going to show up for you every day because that's what we do as professionals, right? So today's episode is going to be a real short one. I just thought we'd just jump right to it. You know what? This is where we keep it real, we keep it heartfelt, and keep it all the way boss level in a world where early childhood education. Hey guys, welcome back to the Child Care Directors Chair podcast, where we keep it real, we keep it heartfelt, and we keep it all the way boss level in the world of early childhood education leadership. As you can tell today, I have a hoarse voice. I am a little under the weather, but that's okay because I've got something short, sweet, and spicy for you. So 10 reasons why you should absolutely, without a doubt, start growing as a leader. And where to start when you're ready to grow and glow? So let's get into it. Number 1, leadership touches everything. If you're in charge, guess what? You're setting the vibe, the standards, and the culture. Growth is not optional. It's your job. Hey guys, it's your girl Erica with the Child Care Directors Chair podcast, where we keep it real, we keep it heartfelt, and we keep it all the way boss level in the world of early childhood leadership. So today, I've got something short and spicy for you. 10 reasons you should absolutely, without a doubt, start growing as a leader. And where to start when you're ready to glow up. So let's get into it. Leadership touches everything. If you're in charge, guess what? You're setting the vibe, the standards, and the culture. Growth isn't optional. It's your job. Number 2, the world is changing and fast. There's new standards, new parents, and new challenges. If you're not growing, you're falling behind. And let's not be that director. Number 3, emotional intelligence is your secret weapon. No one has time for reactive, hot-headed drama. Learn how to lead with heart and backbone. It's a skill, and you, my friend, you can build it. You build the culture, good or bad. Tired of toxic energy in the break room? Don't just wish for better, lead better. Number 5, everyone is watching you. The teachers, the families, the kids. How you show up is setting the example. You might as well make it legendary. Number 6, burnout is real, but preventable. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup. Growing helps you spot burnout before it drags you under, and it gives you the tools to bounce back. Number 7, one of my favorites, confidence looks good on you. And no, I don't mean fake it till you make it. I mean real, grounded. I know who I am confidence. Growth gives you that. Number 8, your decisions get smarter. The more you grow, the less you react. The more you respond with clarity, grace, and strategy, the better your decisions are going to be. Number 9, growth connects you with the right people. The kind who get it. You've been there. Who won't judge you for crying in the car or having a meltdown over licensing paperwork? And number 10, which is my favorite of all on the list, because you're worth it. Period. You matter. Your peace matters. Your presence matters. Invest in yourself. It's not extra. It is essential. So where do you even start? Read something every day. Even if it's just one chapter with your coffee. Get a mentor or a coach. Somebody who will lovingly call you out and cheer you on. And join a leadership group because iron sharpens iron, sis. You don't have to lead alone. And reflect weekly. Ask yourself, what did I learn this week? What am I doing with it? So, with that, listen, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start leading with power, purpose, and yes, a little sparkle, then come hang with us. Join the Child Care Directors Chair Leadership Group on Facebook. It's private, it's powerful, and it's packed with leaders who are doing the work just like you. You've got the heart, you've got the hustle. Now let's grow that leadership muscle. Until next time, keep leading smart. This is your girl, Erica. Have a great day.
Well, all the cute little kiddos have been picked up and it's time to go home. And that'll do it for another episode of the Child Care Director's Chair. Please leave a review so Erica knows the information is helping you to manage and improve your childcare centers. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episode from Erica's Child Care Director's Chair.